I have two kinds of problems, the urgent and the important. The urgent are, what's up, souls? By the end of this video, you are going to learn what your children wish you knew about time management. Because aren't you tired of being exhausted at the end of each day, wondering where all your time went? Is your soul ready? If so, then hit subscribe. The first thing your kids wish you knew about time management. Is this the most significant or meaningful thing to me? If yes, then do it. And don't feel bad about it, about dropping whatever you're doing to do it. If it's not, then move on to the next question. Here's a little story that illustrates this point so well. A dad had just got home from work from a business trip and had to leave again to go somewhere else. His daughter was home and saw him leaving again and said, "Daddy, where are you going?" "To work," he replied. Can I come?" she asked. "No," he said. With tears in her eyes, she replied, "Please, Daddy, don't go to work." He left her in tears because he prioritized work above all else all the time. One of the most common regrets from the dying, which I grabbed from the fourth video in this series on time management, subscribe so you don't miss out on it, was I wish I hadn't worked so hard. This was a common regret of every single male that Bonnie Ware found from her book, The Top 5 Regrets of the Dying. They missed their children's use and their partners' companionships. The men I nursed deeply regretted spending so much of their lives at the treadmill of work. Congratulations, soul. You just managed your time in the best, trust me, way you possibly could. A way that at the end of your life, you will thank yourself for what you did just now. If you like this tip, wait till you hear the last part of what Eisenhower said in the third tip. The second thing you should ask yourself is this the highest priority or highest value thing you have to do? If yes, then do it. If no, then just write it down and come back to it later to review it and assign when you should do it. Congratulations again, soul, for managing your time so well. By working on the most important, valuable things in life or in your work instead of whatever's the most urgent or just shiny, distracting in your face, help you so much in your career and your personal life. The third filter question is it due now or overdue? This is the very last question you should be asking yourself, because so many of us put this at the first, and then we miss out on the most significant and the most meaningful things in our life, as well as what's most important, what's going to move the needle at home or at work. If it is due now or overdue, then ask yourself these questions to get yourself out of it. Can you automate it in some way, shape, or form? If not, can you delegate it in some way? Can you give it to someone else at your work or in your company that actually loves to do that and can do it faster than you can? And maybe there's parts of their work that you love to do and you can do faster, and y'all can trade work for so that both of y'all are happier at work and the whole company is better, does better at large. If none of the above work, the automation or the delegation, then do it. And congratulate yourself again, soul, for managing your time in the best possible way you could. Dwight D. Eisenhower once said, "I have two kinds of problems, the urgent and the important. The urgent are not important, and the important are never urgent." Think back at how many times the urgent things have been put a back seat to the most important, highest priority, most valuable and significant things to you in your life or in your work. So let your default thinking, whenever something urgent or distracting pops up on your plate, ask yourself, is it possible, of course, check with your boss or whoever you need to put aside this urgent or overdue thing so that you can refocus on what's most important, what's going to move the needle, the highest priorities and goals and values you have at work or in life. Tell them that you usually do the opposite and you suffer and the company suffers because of that. Oh, and before I forget, leave all your questions on time management below. I will answer them in the last video of this series. So the fourth tip, this is a bonus question for when you do get distracted. Ask yourself, does this distraction get me closer or farther away from what my goals or values are in work or in life? Or the second question you could ask yourself is, would doing this distraction make me feel accomplished or good at the end of the day for doing it instead of what I am currently working on? If so, give in to the distraction. If not, push it away. Because whatever you're doing right then, going through these filter questions, you have determined that it's the best possible management of your time. So get lost in it. In the next Shiny video, we are going to discuss the 3 biggest needle movers for time management. The 3 biggest things from 2 Titans, Jim Rohn and Brian Tracy, and an Untitan. So subscribe and hit the bell to take your time management.